Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, walking out of your house, and seeing another human species walking down the street. Today, Homo sapiens are completely alone, reigning as the only human species left on the entire face of the planet. But for hundreds of thousands of years, our Earth was actually a real-world fantasy realm, shared by multiple different types of humans at the exact same time. We shared the valleys, fought over the same caves, and hunted the same mammoths with our ancient cousins. So, what happened to our long-lost brothers, and how did Homo sapiens end up as the ultimate survivors of this evolutionary battle royale? The most famous of our lost siblings were the Neanderthals, who ruled the freezing landscapes of Europe and Asia. In popular culture, they are always depicted as dumb, grunting brutes who could barely walk straight or hold a club. But modern archaeology has completely shattered this stereotype, proving that Neanderthals were actually incredibly intelligent and highly advanced. Their brains were actually larger than ours, they buried their dead with flowers, and they even created complex musical instruments out of animal bones. Anatomically, they were built like absolute tanks, with thick bones and massive chest muscles designed to survive the brutal ice age. If a Neanderthal were alive today and wore a modern suit, he could easily compete in an Olympic weightlifting championship without any training. While Neanderthals were dominating the cold north, an entirely different evolutionary experiment was happening in the tropical islands of Southeast Asia. On the isolated island of Flores in Indonesia, scientists discovered the fossils of a human species called Homo floresiensis. These ancient humans stood at a maximum height of just 1 meter tall, which is roughly the size of a modern 3-year-old child. Because of their miniature stature, the global scientific community immediately nicknamed them the Hobbits. Their small size was the result of a biological phenomenon known as insular dwarfism. When resources are highly limited on a small island, nature naturally selects smaller bodies because they require far less food to survive. Despite having brains the size of a chimpanzee, these tiny hobbits hunted giant rats, handled fire, and crafted sharp stone tools to fight off massive Komodo dragons. For a long time, historians believed that when Homo sapiens migrated out of Africa, we violently wiped out all other human species in a massive prehistoric war. But recent genetic breakthroughs have revealed a much more shocking and intimate twist to our history. We didn't just fight them, we actually lived alongside them, shared campfires, and fell in love. When scientists mapped the Neanderthal genome, they found that almost all modern non-African humans carry up to 2% Neanderthal DNA in their blood. Furthermore, people living in places like Papua New Guinea and Australia carry DNA from another mysterious, shadowy cousin called the Denisovans. This means that the ancient human species did not completely disappear into the dark void of extinction. They survived through us, and their genetic legacy still helps our immune systems fight off modern viruses today. If Neanderthals were stronger and other human species were perfectly adapted to their environments, why did they all die out while Homo sapiens survived? The answer is not our physical strength, but our unique ability to believe in things that do not physically exist. An anthropologist named Yuval Noah Harari calls this the cognitive revolution. While a Neanderthal could communicate basic facts like, "Look out, there is a lion near the river," their social groups were limited to small families. Homo sapiens, on the other hand, developed a complex language that allowed them to create myths, religions, laws, and tribal identities. This shared imagination allowed thousands of complete strangers to cooperate, unite under one banner, and organize massive hunting armies. We conquered the world not because we were individual geniuses, but because we could gossip, build large communities, and trust each other through shared stories. Around 40,000 years ago, the campfires of the Neanderthals, hobbits, and Denisovans slowly went dark one by one, leaving the world entirely to us. Our isolation is a very recent accident in the long history of Earth's evolution. We are the last human species standing, carrying the heavy responsibility of remembering our fallen brothers who helped pave the way. If you had the chance to bring back one extinct human species using modern cloning technology, which one would you choose to share the world with? Leave your thoughts and space theories down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching this deep historical journey. Don't forget to hit like, and see you on our next exploration of the world's greatest mysteries.